up, guys? Mardigrasman23 here, and today I'm going to bring a little video. I'm going to kind of do a quick overview of all my Mardi Gras float mocks. I've done videos on each one of them, but they're kind of before I got used to this camera and this focusing thing. So one of them's blurry, one of them kind of seems a little distorted. And the main reason I'm doing this video is because I have rebuilt my sig fig float. I had it built and it's really close. All I did was I took off the walls and I turned it into a tandem float, and I'll explain a little bit about that whenever we get to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm up to 4 floats now, so I'm going to show them to you in reverse order. So that will leave float number 1 in the parade is the sig fig float, and it'll be the last one you see. So let's get to it. The first one we're going to see is float number 4, the Bricks for Chris float. So in the parade, this would be float number 4. This float is for Bricks for Chris. You can see I got his color scheme from his sig rig, which is his customized car that he's got running around his city that he drives. And this float is going to be for all the clowns, or all the jesters, or all the, I guess you would call them mascots, like the guy in the chicken suit, the guy in the panda suit. The jester from the new series will go on here. The pig boy will go on here. If I get any of the other guys in animal suits, they'll go on this float. So we're just going to take a quick little look at this one. I've got the Lime tractor driving this one. And I'm actually out of tractors, so my next float doesn't have a tractor yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to unhitch this, get the tractor out the way, and kind of just give you a little both sides of the float. You can see the chicken guy up there on top. There's Bricks for Chris. He's the float lieutenant of his own float. Up here at the front, we've got a little guy on a little go-kart type deal. And then on this side, a few more clowns, some guys in some jester suits. So that's it for this one, guys. So we're going to put this one away, and I'm going to show you float number 3. Guys, so this will be float number 3. This is A-Fall Man's float. So as you can see, I did a little detail with him. I got some lights here. These 1x1 round plates are supposed to be blinking lights showing his name, A-Fall Man. Got some cameras there because he loves to take pictures, post them on Instagram. If you haven't seen them, make sure you check them out. This is my series, what is that, series 11 minifigs. I got the complete set. I think I don't have one of them on here. I think the Sea Captain's missing. But what I need to do is, if you look on the other side, probably need to take off the Bumblebee, put her on Bricks for Chris's float, and get the Sea Captain and put the Sea Captain on this float. I think that's the complete set. I know I have it. I think I got them all on here. But you can see he's got the old man Superman, his mascot, on this side. And when I built these, what I'm working on is I'm working on getting a better design to fold down so I can get the characters or the minifigs in and out. Makes it a lot easier than tearing it apart. So that's all for this one. So that would be float 3. So now we're going to look at float number 2. Guys, this is the float number 2. This is the rare red 2x4 brick float pulled by the red tractor, as you can see right there. This has all my movie figs on it. Some of these are figs from different sets that were in the movie, like Wonder Woman and Batman. Excuse me. I should get a Superman and put him on this float, but I think this float's pretty full. Superman, and I think the Green Lantern's coming out, so if I get that one, maybe I'll put it on this float. We'll see. But you see Brickstar's up there. He's the lieutenant of this float. He's got special guest Benny with him. And we'll take a look at the other side. Now, some of these figs weren't from the collectible minifigures. They were from movie sets. Like you got the garbage men there. From the plumbers are there. And then we'll take a look at the other side. Oh, look at there. Wouldn't be a set review or mock review if something didn't get tore up in the process. So there's the ice cream guys there. You see, this one was my first attempt at bringing down the sides. kind of working on the wheelbases to try to get them all similar, trying to kind of streamline them a little bit, I guess you could say. I put the Duplo bricks on this one because that's the big red 2x4 Duplo brick, and that is a rare brick. If you don't believe me, just go ask Bricksar. So that's all for this one, guys. So now let's take a look at my newly renovated Sig Fig float. Alright guys, so here it is. Now this might look similar. The cast of characters is all of my Sig Figs that don't have their own float. So all the Sig Figs that I have are on this float. So this is the crew. Now as you can see, this is kind of like a captain's float. So in our parade in the crew of Endymion, the captain has his float and he's got a bunch of people that ride on it. Up in the front, he stands, and he actually, believe it or not, there's actually a band that would be right in this area in front of him. Play music for his entertainment, for the crowd's entertainment. They play the whole parade. The parade is about, from the time, it's probably about a 4-hour ride, so it's a good time. Now I'm not on that float, but this is my captain's float. So what I did was I actually made it a tandem float. Let's see if I can back it up there and back it up and kind of show you. So what that means is that is 2 floats that are pulled by 1 tractor, which these tractors, they just kind of fall apart on you. So like I said, this is 2 floats, tandem in the middle. It's got the tongue and the hitch, I guess you would say. Now I'm lacking 1 green 1x2 tile, but as you can see, it's basically, if you was to take the tongue and the hitch out and put them together, it would be 1 continuous float. So what happens is the floats are themed together. So 1 tractor pulls 2 floats. We have some that are 3 floats. We have a lot of them that are 3 floats linked together. The float I'm on is 3 floats, and that's what it is this would be Captain A and this would be Captain B. So for instance, this year I'm riding on float 11. So I'm on float 11A. There's an 11B and an 11C. So 1 tractor will pull 3 floats. Each float will have 40 guys on it. So I think the float in the middle is a little bit smaller. So the float in the middle might only have 30 guys on it. So just think about that, guys. 1 tractor pulling all that weight. That's 100. That's 100 guys plus all of our throws, which who knows how you bring as much as you can throw. So that's a lot of weight on these floats, and it's all pulled by 1 tractor. We actually have 1 float, which is the longest in Mardi Gras. It is 9 sections. It is called the Pontchartrain Beach Float. Check it out on YouTube. It's the, when it goes into Superdome, it would completely almost wrap around the Superdome. To put that in perspective, if you used to look at an actual football field, 100 yards plus the end zones, it would go from halfway on one end zone all the way around the sideline to the other half to halfway on the other end zone. That's how long this float is. But this is my new addition. It's a tandem float, and I wanted to do that because the other one I had was basically 2 train bases, and they were connected together, and it just made it too long and awkward, and it's hard to get guys in the well. This is the well of the float. This is the top, this is the well. My other floats, they have an intermediate level, so it'd be well, top, and then front, intermediate, or we call it the front, the back, the top, and the well. Now what I did was I couldn't really make this fold down like on the other floats because this is built, the way this is built on this train base, that it would hit the wheels. Believe me, I worked on it for probably an hour. So I had to redesign it, and what I did was I made this come up on this one. So when I lift that up, now I have room to get my fat fingers in here, move guys around, which these guys won't be moving. Once you get on the float, your spot is your spot. Now some of these are new spots compared to where they used to be, but this is the new home for these guys. So when I take them out and use them in whatever reason, hopefully I remember where they go, because that's their spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to show you the other side. Alright guys, so here's the other side of the float. As you can see, it's called a tandem float like I told you, and when it turns a corner, you see how it's all in line. It looks like one deal, and there's an obvious gap here. When they first started doing these, they used to stretch curtains across here, keep them together, make it all look uniform like one big float, but they don't even do that anymore. It's just so big. So you can see this is a mirror of the other side. I'm missing a 1x2 tile there. I'll have to pick that up. There's a little bit of colors. If you look on the back here, you can see a little bit of black and a little bit of gray. And over time, when I pick up, maybe I'll pick up some green or some yellow to replace that, but for the time being, this will work. Tell me what you think, guys. What do you think about it? Alright guys, so that's it for my review of my Mardi Gras float MOCs. Tell me what you think about them, guys. I do have an idea for the next float, and guess what I'm going to do is when I get around to building it, that is where my Series 12 figs will go. So, I got an idea. I know who will be leading it. I know who the lieutenant's going to be, so he'll be coming off of the SIG float. He'll get his own float, and that'll make a few spots for somebody else. So tell me what you think about them, guys. You like my parade? This is the Mardi Gras crew. What should we call it? I need a name for this crew. The crew I ride in is Endymion. This is a SIG Fig crew. So what should I call it, guys? Give me an idea. What should I call this crew? Alright guys, so if you like this video, if you like my floats, please give me a thumbs up and hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check out all of my playlists. You could follow me on Instagram at Mardigrasman23. You can check out my bricklink store at Mardi Gras Bricks. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.